Well, here's the answer. Yeah. As reported on Thursday, the 26th day of February, in Geneva. Yep. So that's where he is. Abbas Aragachi is being harbored by Europe in the EU. Is harboring the enemy of the United States. Well, the friend of my enemy is my enemy. Near Iran Foreign Minister Abbas arrives in Geneva. Source, DIORY. Look how they greet him. Oh, they're all so happy. The Europeans. From Geneva, February 26th, because I know he's in Geneva now. Yeah, there you go. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Aragachi warned that conflict with Washington could be devastating ahead of February 26 talks between the United States and Iran in Geneva. CGTN. Here he goes.
There would be no victory for anybody.
Those are United States aircraft
war,
carriers.
Since the Americans' bases are scattered to different places in the region, then unfortunately perhaps the whole region would be engaged and would be involved. So it is a terrible scenario, and we have learned lots of lessons from the last war. So we are even more prepared. And that means, by the way, that the aim is to prevent a war. We are ready to remove
Courtesy
concerns,
pool via
but we are not
WANA.
ready to give up our right for peaceful use of nuclear technology. This is what we demand. But there will be no victory for anybody. It would be a devastating war, since the Americans' bases are scattered to different places in the region. Then unfortunately perhaps the whole region would be engaged and would be involved. So it is a terrible scenario, and we have learned lots of lessons from the last.
So this is Saturday from Geneva. Saturday from Geneva, 1,232,091 views. Yeah. We are under attack from the United States. This is obvious. This is a simple fact. When asked how strikes on U.S. bases could be justified, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Aragachi explains to NBC anchors why they have a right to defend themselves. Adobe Premiere. It says Tehran. It's not Tehran. He's in Geneva.
You said that your missiles cannot reach the United States by design, that you do not want to reach the United States, but you also said it would be necessary as a defensive vehicle, that you could if necessary. So to be clear, are you committing that Iran is not and will not build missiles that would have the capability to reach the United States?
I can confirm, yes.
Sir, if that's a red line for you, why is attacking U.S. military bases abroad justified?
because they are attacking us. They are U.S. military, installations, facilities, bases who are attacking us. We are under attack. Why don't you, recognize this fact? We are under the attack by U.S. forces in the region. So we have every right to defend ourselves. And how to defend ourselves? We attacked, the U.S. bases. This is obvious. This is a very simple fact, and I hope that, and I'm sure that people would understand that. We are not the one who attacked America.
This is Wednesday, last Wednesday, February 25th. India Today, global questions Abbas Aragachi. Does Iran need Russia, China in war? In an India Today global exclusive, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Aragachi speaks to Geta Mohan on rising Middle East tensions and the possibility of war. When asked whether Iran would rely on Russia or China in the event of conflict, Aragachi made a bold statement. Iran does not need anyone to defend itself. India Today Global.
In event of a war, in event of India a friend, Russia, China more than friends, they're allies. In event of a war, in event of a troubled region, how do you see and what kind of a role do you see Russia and China play?
When it comes to defending ourselves, we know how to defend ourselves by ourselves. And we have, yes, lots of friends, lots of partners. Russia and China are our strategic partners. But in the case of war, we don't need anybody to defend us. We can do it by ourselves.
India a friend, Russia, China more than friends, they're allies. In event of a war, in event of...
This calls into question the role of Modi, Prime Minister Modi of India now. It does. You can't be non-aligned. December 28th to 2025. Months after being attacked by the United States and Israel, Iran finds itself in the crosshairs again, with Israeli officials lobbying United States President Donald Trump to address Tehran's ballistic missiles. Veteran Iranian diplomat Javad Zarif tells host Steve Clements that everybody lost any faith in diplomacy after Israel and the United States attacked Iran following 5 rounds of reconciliation talks between Washington and Tehran. Zarif added that Israel has historically thwarted every opportunity for reconciliation between Iran and the United States, and that Trump's style of diplomacy is disastrous as it creates negotiations that end up in war. Yeah. Al Jazeera in English. Joined YouTube on out of Qatar. Joined YouTube May 23rd, 2006. 6,770,562,111 views.
Into direct conflict. And then he quickly ended it, not only stopping U.S. bombing, but then he demanded that Israeli warplanes turn around and go right back home. He's also said there might be an opportunity to take U.S. Hi, I'm Steve Clements, and I have a question. Are Iran-U.S. relations